The Code of Canons of the Eastern Churches is the title of the 1990 codification of the common portions of the Canon Law for the 23 of the 24 iuris churches in the Catholic Church. It is divided into 30 titles and has a total of 1540 canons. The Latin Church is guided by its own particular canons. The 23 iuris churches which collectively make up the Eastern Catholic Churches have been invited by the Catholic Church to codify their own particular laws and submit them to the Pope so that there may be a full, complete code of all religious law within Catholicism. Pope John Paul II promulgated Code of Canons of the Eastern Churches on October 18, 1990. By the document Sacri Canons, the code came into force of law on October 1, 1991. In 1998, Pope John Paul II issued the motu proprio ad tuendam fidem, which amended 2 canons of the 1983 Code of Canon Law and 2 canons of the Code of Canons of the Eastern Churches, so as to add new norms which expressly impose the obligation of upholding truths proposed in a definitive way by the magisterium of the Church, and which also establish related canonical sanctions. Titles. The text of the CCEO is divided into 31 sections, 30 titles and a section of preliminary canons. Preliminary canons. The 6 preliminary canons deal with scope and continuity, what is affected by the CCEO and how prior legislation and customs shall be handled. Can. 1. The CCEO regards solely the Eastern Catholic Churches unless otherwise mentioned. Can. 2. The CCEO is to be assessed according to the ancient laws of the Eastern Churches. Can. 3. The CCEO does not legislate on liturgical matters and therefore the liturgical books are to be observed unless contrary to the canons of the CCEO. Can. 4. The CCEO neither degrades or abrogates treaties, pacts entered into by the Holy See with nations, political societies. Therefore, they still have the force, notwithstanding any prescriptions of the CCEO to the contrary, the rights and obligations of all the Christian faithful. This section defines the Christian faithful and catechumens. It expresses that the people of God have the obligation to maintain the faith and openly profess the faith, maintain communion, promote the growth of the Church, listen to pastors, let pastors know their opinions on matters of the good of the Church, call private associations Catholic only when approved by the bishop, preserve the good reputation and privacy of all people, help with the needs of the Church and promote social justice including providing aid to the poor from their own resources. It also expresses various rights of the faithful. The canons in this section are numbered 7 to 26. Churches sui iuris and rights churches sui iuris. A church sui iuris is a community of the Christian faithful, which is joined together by a hierarchy according to the norm of law and which is expressly or tacitly recognized as sui iuris by the supreme authority of the Church. The term sui iuris is an innovation of CCEO and denotes the relative autonomy of the Oriental Catholic Churches. This canonical term, pregnant with many juridical nuances, indicates the God-given mission of the Oriental Catholic Churches to preserve the patrimonial autonomous nature. The autonomy of these churches is relative in the sense that they are under the authority of the Bishop of Rome. For a better understanding of the concept of Church sui iuris see Zuschek, Understanding the Eastern Code, pp. 94-109. Una Chiesa Oriental Cattolica e una parte della Chiesa Universal che vive la fede in modo corrispondente ad una delle cinque grandi tradizioni orientali Alessandrina, Antiochena, Costantinopolitana, Chaldea, Armena e che contiene almeno capace di contenere come su componenti minori, più comunità diocesan gerarchicamente riunite sotto la guida di un capo comune legittimamente eletto e in comunione con Roma, il quale con il proprio sinodo costituisce la superiore istanza per tutti gli affari di carattere amministrativo, legislativo e giudiziario del stessa comunità nell'ambito del diritto comune a tutte le chiese, determinato nei canoni sanciti dai consigli ecumenici e del Romano Pontefice, sempre preservando il diritto di quest'ultimo di intervenire nei singoli casi. pp. 103–104. A rough translation of this may be rendered: an Eastern Catholic Church is on part of the Universal Church in which lives the faith in a corresponding manner to one of the five great Eastern traditions: Alexandria, Antioch, Constantinople, Chalcedon, Armenian, and which contains or is capable of containing, as its small marts, more community-specific diocesan rule and the guide of a legitimately elected head of the community, and in communion with Rome, in which, with its own synod, constitutes the highest law for all those affairs of an administrative character, legislative and guiding of its own community, in the aim of the direction common to all the Church, determined in the holy canons of the ecumenical councils or of the Roman Pontiff, always preserving the direction of the latter in individual cases. According to the CCEO, the Oriental Catholic Churches (iuris) are of four categories. 1. Patriarchal churches. The Patriarchal Church is the full-grown form of an Oriental Catholic Church. It is a community of the Christian faithful joined together by patriarchal hierarchy. The Patriarch, together with the Synod of Bishops, has the legislative, judicial and administrative powers within the ecclesiastical territory, without prejudice to those powers reserved in the common law to the Pope. Among the Catholic Oriental Churches, the following hold patriarchal status: Maronite, Chaldean, Coptic, Syrian, Melkite, Armenian. 2. Major archiepiscopal churches. Major archiepiscopal churches are those Oriental churches which are governed by major archbishops, assisted by a respective synod of bishops. These churches have almost the same rights and obligations of patriarchal churches. A major archbishop is the Metropolitan of a see. He is chosen by the Pope or recognized by him, and presides over an entire Eastern Church (iuris). What is stated in common law concerning patriarchal churches or patriarchs is understood to be applicable to major archiepiscopal churches or major archbishops, unless the common law expressly provides otherwise or the matter is obvious. The four major archiepiscopal churches are the Syro-Malabar, the Ukrainian Byzantine, the Syro-Malankara Catholic and Romanian Byzantine. 3. Metropolitan churches. This is a church which is governed by a metropolitan (iuris). Such a church is presided over by the Metropolitan of a determined see, who has been canonically elected and confirmed by the Pope. He is assisted by a council of hierarchs according to the norms of law. The Catholic Metropolitan churches are the Ethiopian Church and the Ruthenian Church. 4. Other churches. Apart from the above-mentioned forms of church, there are other ecclesiastical communities which are entrusted to a hierarch who presides in accordance with the norms of canon law. The following Oriental Catholic churches are of this status: Belarusian Greek, Bulgarian Greek, Macedonian Greek, Greek Byzantine, Hungarian Greek, Italo-Albanian, Slovakian Greek, Byzantine Church of the Eparchy of Krizchi, Albanian Byzantine, Russian Byzantine. Altogether there are 22 Oriental iuris churches within the Catholic Communion. The supreme authority of the Church, the Patriarchal Churches: Jerusalem Church, founded by St. James the Apostle in the year 37. Antioch Church, founded by St. Peter the Apostle in the year 39. Alexandria Church, founded by St. Mark the Apostle in the year 37. Greek Church, founded by St. John the Apostle in the year 42. Rome Church, founded by St. Peter the Apostle in the year 44. Marthoma Church of India, founded by St. Thomas the Apostle in the year 38. Celtic Church, founded by St. Patriarchal Curia, Patriarchal and Major Archiepiscopal Curia. The Bishops of the Curia, Permanent Synod, Patriarch plus 4 bishops and 4 substitutes, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Notaries, Chancellery, Patriarchal Finance Officer. Other aspects like archives, inventory, financial sources of Curia, the commissions for the liturgy, ecumenism, catechism, evangelization, preparation of the Synod of Bishops, preparation of the Patriarchal Assembly, censor of books and the other commissions under the Patriarchal authority, the ordinary tribunal, the president, the judges, the administrative officials, the organs connected to Patriarchal Curia, all organs of Patriarchal Church who collaborate in the administration of the Patriarchal Church, including Superior Tribunal, Moderator General of the administration of justice, a group of bishops for recourse, Patriarchal Procurator in Rome, Roman Curial organs, Curia of other Patriarchal churches, etc.